Good morning, it's Clay at claytrader.com. This will be a live trade video where I try to capture some of my trades as they play out live. Market opens up here in about 5 minutes. So going to watch Boeing out of the opening gates, either Boeing or FSLY. Both unfortunately aren't really behaving necessarily the way that I wanted to see them behave, and just kind of give a little game plan right now. So let me bring over the chat room so you can see kind of how things were alerted, in case maybe you're wondering how does my community work. But anyways, so originally I wanted Boeing. Let's see, where did that go? There it is right now. Talking about, oops, let's make that a little bit easier to see. And these are totally live, by the way, so this is not some sort of voiceover. Boeing right there. 184 is that key flush point. Then I put assuming the price can open above it. Unfortunately, right now, like I said, the market now opening in about 4 minutes, looking like the price is going to open below it, but maybe not. Maybe it'll actually creep back above it, but right now below 184. And then I just did that right there with the update talking about, at this point I would, I'm looking for a break back above 184 and then a potential short if it then falls back below. So again, want to see it back above it, and then if it falls back below it, I would be interested. So that's kind of the setup right now. And then FSLY, which was the other one that was really looking attractive. Same exact thing right now. In fact, I'm going to type that up right now, and sorry, I can't type and type at this. I can't talk and type at the time. But if price opens below 74.50, then breaks above it, and then falls back below, potential short entry. So there we go. So there's another alert on FSLY. If I could get the FSLY. Let me know below in the comment section. Do you like seeing alerts like this in real time? Do you like to see how the community works? Let me know, because I realize we're 2 minutes in and there hasn't been really, the markets aren't even open. There hasn't been any trading. So I don't know. Do you like seeing that or not? I'm curious on your feedback. I feel like a lot of people kind of like to see just how the community works and how trading can work and how things can kind of be mapped out before, trade plans map out before they actually happen. But I'm curious in the comment section. So that is the game plan right now. FSLY, BA, 2 key levels that I'll be watching. So yeah, market now opens up in less than 2 minutes. Well, looking like Boeing might actually open up above 184, very closely to it. So I'm interested in a potentially a quick scalp. Nope, never mind. Now it's right below 184. Oh, right at the last second. The market opens up here any second now, and it opened up down below it. All right, well, can't short at this point. That would be chasing. But again, if it wants to break back up above 184 and then look like it wants to break below it, that would be interesting to me. So getting the break above 184, like I said, let's see if it can get up here a little bit more and then start to roll back over. So we'll give FSLY also almost trying to do the same thing. But again, let's let this first 1 minute candle play out here. Nope, never mind. And FSLY just leaving everybody in the dust. There we go. Good. Might even be able to get a better entry point here on Boeing. Okay, 184, going to be that key level that I'm watching now. Nope, didn't get in. I missed it. Missed it. And there it goes. Maybe some sort of retest. If you watch over here, you'll see, excuse me, you'll see my order showed up in white, which means I put the order in the market, but I didn't get filled. Well, so I would have had that quick scalp there, maybe, but now it's bouncing a little bit. So I'm not going to give, oh, wow. All right, FSLY actually, all of a sudden. So again, remember the same thing there? Wow, quite the move here. Very, very fast. Oh, big spread though. So let's see what this wants to actually do here. I'm going to go back to BA just because so right around 184. I like now. Oh, come on. What is my deal with this one? All right, there we go. All right. What is that area? I'd like to see it back above 184 though. A back above 184 and then a failure. There we go. Good, good. Okay, there we go. Not missing it this time. But let's see if we can finally get this thing to roll back to the downside. Markets are starting to attempt to pull back a little bit here. Let's see if we can get down below 180. There we go. So out there, let's see if we can get down below 183. All right, so 100 shares left. Stop is going to be above 184.51. So I could still potentially take a loss on these remaining. Well, if this thing can break down through 183, then I'll move my stop loss down at that point. Can it get down through 183? It's trying. There we go. So now it's a winning trade no matter what. It's just, and this is the great spot to be in because I have no idea how far down Boeing actually wants to go. And as traders, this is the spot you want to be in, where it's not if you make money, but just how much money am I going to make? Because I don't know how far down this thing's gonna collapse, which is a stress-free spot to be in. I assure you, I have no stress. The only stress I have right now is how much money am I going to make? So all out there for a nice $325, and it is $9.35. So $325 in 5 minutes, fantastic. And that, I mean, you saw how that played out from literally start to finish. You saw the updates, you saw what I was typing in the chat room, you saw the whole idea about, again, going back to, I'll just bring it over so it's a little bit easier to see. I'll just take the screenshot of it. Just give me a second. There we go. So, I mean, you saw it, right? At this point, we'll be watching for a break back above 184. You saw it break back above it. Now, I didn't really trade that perfectly, but eventually it gave me the opportunity to get back in. I got in at the 184, and I suppose in hindsight, maybe, but whatever. I'm talking in hindsight, and give me a break, you know. $325 in 5 minutes. There's not many places in the world where you can make that. But so there it was. Their members had the same exact opportunity to do quite well on it. But yeah, I'm very happy with that. And given we're only 5 minutes in, maybe I can find another trade. But I don't know, I might call it a day. I'm happy with making $325 in 5 minutes. I'm no greedy savage, as I've said in past videos. Hopefully you're not a greedy savage either. But let's see what else is out there. All right, I'm potentially interested in Boeing. Only going to be risking right around $100 now. But 183.35 is that level I'm watching. So 183.35. Again, reduced position size. I do not want to risk actually giving back all these gains. But even if I lose $100 on it, I mean, that's still $225. But again, 183.35. So watching that very closely here. All right, I'm going to go ahead and pause. Quick little update on Boeing. Never came down, never gave me any confirmation, so that trade plan has been taken away. But I am watching a couple of different things out there. NKLA, I'm just a monster move on this one. Have an order out there on FSLY up there at 78.50, which is not really close right now. In fact, with that pullback, I'm going to go ahead and just cancel that order out. So I'm looking around. 183.50 watching Boeing here for a potential short. Again, risking right around $100. Just because worst case, I'm walking away with right around, now with slippage, we'll just call it $200 with slippage. So if I'm still walking away with 200 bucks for less than 30 minutes of time, I would be happy with that. But we'll see if it can work its way down. I'm not going to short it on this candle. I need to see it stay up above the 183.50 on this candle. So if this, there we go. Now if this candle wants to break down through it, or better yet, if we can get this candle to just stay green, that would be fantastic. So let's see if this candle can stay up above 183.50. I'll pause and keep you updated. Not looking like it's going to happen, so I will not be taking that. Well, it's still above 183.50. Come on, candle, stay up above it. Nope, there's the break. So there's still a chance here, and that's why I didn't take it. Look at the little bounce here. It may still well go, but like I said, I want to see if this candle can stay up above that. Oh, and it's down below it again. So it's hovering right around 183.50. See, the problem is the markets are overextended now, sitting right at their low. So I cannot take the trade because of this right here. Check out the SPY 5-minute, basically down at lows with a relatively overextended candle. Not that it can't keep going down, which it is right now, but it's already overextended. So to put on a short right now, I don't like that at all, because all it takes is for the SPY to, to even get a little bit of a snapback bounce, and then Boeing is going to definitely, go back up, and I just can't have that, which right now was the right choice. Look at that big bounce. Now, granted, it went back down, but you can see right now that was a pretty big bounce to the upside. I would have still been in the trade because, like I said, was willing to risk $100. But like I said, not a big fan. So that's why always good to keep your eye on the SPY. And like I said, even if this play works out, which right now it's working out. It's working out quite a bit, but that is okay, because that is not more times than not you're going to have things go back up against you with the markets in that state that they were. So I get it here. Yeah, it did work out here, and yes, technically speaking, I was wrong. But like I said, if you're doing that trade 100 times, I would say with a high amount of confidence that over 50 times you're going to be taking some losses on it. So just watching here. And now the markets are bouncing up here a little bit, but sometimes I wonder, am I just putting on another trade for the sake of the video? I mean, 100 shares, clearly, do you really need to be doing this right now? So maybe I am just doing it for the sake of the video, but at least we got to see some nice action there play out. Now another potential area is right down here at these lows, but I don't really like that trade just because that's getting pretty. Now, if it wanted to go sideways for several candles and then break through the 182.50-ish area, that'd be pretty nice, but shorting it right now, I just don't feel comfortable. Well, look at this, 74.50 maybe coming into play here again on FSLY. Surprise, surprise, look right where the price decided to start to go sideways, essentially right at 74.50. Slightly above it, but generally speaking, right at that area. So that area is coming into play once again, and I am interested if the price can get a break down below it. But as of right now, it seems to be holding strong, but I'll keep a close eye on it. Peleton right here. Wow, look at this, just nasty. In fact, let me bring over the 5-minute, because the 5-minute I think illustrates it even better. I mean, check that out. To think, started off so nice on the day. Some poor souls probably bought that break of 57. Hopefully they honored their stop loss, because if they didn't, They're getting destroyed right now. I'm interested in potentially going long here. Actually, let me stop talking. 52.75 for my first entry point. Just 100 shares. I would like more than 100, but that'll allow me to get my feet wet. So we'll see if it can continue to collapse to the downside again. First entry at 52.75. All right, there's the break. Ah, dirty dog. Stopped right there at 52.85. So it's close, but not close enough. So I'll put that order down there at 52.50 now. And I'll go ahead and pause. All right, it's getting close. Nice. In. Let's see what this thing wants to do here. See if it can get back up over 53. So all out. Oh, well, thought I was going to get the quick $50. Not bad for just 100 shares. So took the quick $48 there. Again, like I mentioned before, and I wanted more than the 100 shares, but that just didn't happen. But I mean, if I'll start the process over again, if it wants to go down to 52. Actually, no, let's go 51.75, which is a crazy entry point, which is kind of the whole idea. Is if I were to actually get filled at 51.75, that would be wild. But either way, right now it's 9.58. So 30 minutes in, up $373. Not bad for less than 30 minutes. And really, in all actuality, I mean, you saw that trade. That trade lasted, let's do the math on that. Got in at 9:57.46, got out at 9:58.14. So what is that, about 30 seconds? We'll call it 30 seconds on that trade. And then on this trade up here was less than 2 minutes. I got in at 9:33 and 5 seconds, and I was stopped out at 9:34. So basically a minute and a half. We'll just call it 2 minutes. So let's just call this, and we'll call that trade, even though it was essentially 30 seconds, we'll just call it a minute. So essentially 3 minutes worth of actual trading time and up $373. The markets are a crazy place, but we'll see if I can find maybe one more trade. But given it's almost 10, I think I want to be done. But who knows? In case something really nice pops up over the next couple minutes, maybe I'll get one more trade. All right, I'm going to get short here on Peleton, risking right around $50-ish. Oh, and there we go. So now just have 50 shares left. So at this point, it is going to be a winning trade no matter what. So put my stop at 54.01. But yeah, let's see how far down this thing wants to roll over. If it can get down below 53.50, I'll adjust my stop loss at that point. But I got to get down below 53.50. So again, another stress-free spot to be in. I have no idea how much money I'm going to make because I have no idea how far down this is going to go. And that's an awesome spot to be in. Now, I'm not going to be making a ton of money given I only did 100 shares. But again, risk management. I don't want to risk giving back my gains. But let's see if this thing wants to get back below. Well, not looking so good right now. Let's see if it can stay below 54. If it can stay below 54, I stay in the trade. Nope, and it does not. So they're now up $80 on it. So again, was it a massive trade? No. In hindsight, should I have done 500 shares? Yeah, absolutely. I should have done 500 shares, but that's good old hindsight. And you got to remember, play the game with yourself. What happens if I would have gotten in with 500 shares and then all of a sudden the price would have just done something like that? You would probably be saying, Clay, why did you do 500 shares? You just gave away a big chunk of your wins. What were you doing? Why would you risk so much? And you know what? You would be absolutely right. But of course, that didn't happen. It actually went in my favor. So the voice that shows up is, Clay, why didn't you do 500? And it'll try to make you think that you did something wrong. So, I mean, if you've ever had that voice show up, just remember the flip side of things. And the flip side being, well, you could have been wrong. And had you done the normal position size, it could have been pretty bad. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap things up real quickly before I go, though. If you're interested in getting those alerts that you saw me walk through and everything that you saw me take trades on today was alerted to the chat room as I saw. So if you're interested in learning more about the community or potentially joining, just go to claytrader.com/team. Really the way to approach that, and we'll use the $99 Price is $99 for 3 months, which breaks down to $8.25 per week. So the question becomes, if I invest $99 to join, do I believe the service can give me more than $8.25, not per day, but per week of value? If you think the service can help you give and get more than $8.25 per week, then you will get a great return on your investment. So that's how you think through there. There is also a mobile app, so it's not like you have to stay next to your computer or anything like that. You can stay in touch no matter where everything's at. So check that out. And then also, just as a whole, if you enjoy these live trade videos, then a quick request from me, a very time efficient way to communicate that to me, just hit that like button, leave a comment down below. If you've ever watched any of my other videos then and gone through the comment section, you know that I will read and reply to comments. So please, questions, comments, suggestions, leave those down below. Then also check out the channel as a whole. And if you like what you see, hopefully decide to hit that subscribe button. But like I said, check out the community. Hit that like button, and I hopefully decide to join and start getting alerts, and I look forward to trading alongside you. Everybody take care. First off, thanks so much for watching the entire video. Real quick, before you go, I want to invite you to a live webinar, web class, training, workshop, online event, whatever you want to call it, but it will be me live revealing to you what I've discovered that has allowed me to transform myself from being an employee to being my own boss, including how I had only one losing day out of 73 days in total. I'm going to cover 3 keys that have helped me unlock profitable consistency within the markets. The first key is super weird, but in a productive type of way. The second key is super awesome because it quite literally is wired into our DNA as humans, making it very easy to use. But in a cruel way, this becomes a pitfall for many traders. I'll explain it all though, including how to avoid the pitfall that it creates for some. And yeah, the third key, when you hear it, sounds way too good to be true, but it's not, and I'll show you how it all works. Then at the end, I open it up for a question and answer session that is, again, totally live. Even if you can't make the live session, please still sign up as it will be recorded, and you can go back and watch the replay that I will send you. Click the image on the screen or click the link down in the description box so you can get the date and time and claim your spot, which I should note is limited due to the fact that this truly is a live event. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, I'll be seeing you soon.